Welcome back to the Outer Worlds. We are right next to our ship, having gone inside to see if there was anything worth finding. There really wasn't, which was disappointing. However, I did discover that my colleagues can get level ups. So let's do that. Okay, looks good. Did I do Niles? No, they didn't accept it. This interface can be annoying. Okay. I also discovered that they don't believe I've actually searched DeVries' house, which seems incredible. It's my recollection that I've searched her house several times, in addition to searching a house that I thought was her house. But hey, if they say I haven't, well, then I guess I haven't. We'll make that right. Wonder if it ever rains here. It's cloudy, but not rainy.
I've been bartering with the defectors. Traded one force.
All right, so
You
just
ever
up
find
here.
yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
Well, that's thoughtful. Niles. Okay. I believe it's in here. Read everything. I don't think forced rockets will help, or bubblegum slims. Flushing the toilet. Oh, it isn't flushing the toilet. Well, what is this? DeVries submerged tracker. DeVries tracker appears to have been surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside the container, obviously in an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing a weak signal. Cool. Welcome back, Agent DeVries. To Savannah Lockwood from Augustine DeVries. Subject, farewell. Savannah, your last missive stung me to my core. I can't believe you'd accuse us of such. Yes, I'm still in contact with Victor. The schism between the Protectorate and the Order is of no consequence to us, but we're decidedly not whispering poison in each other's ear. And I can assure you that the dark path you accuse us of going down is one of necessity, not choice. I never burdened you with the knowledge of the things I've done and what I've been forced to live with, but therein lies the rub. I find I can do so no longer. The time for action has come. Do you remember the cliffhanger ending of the Sentinels versus the Cult of Corporation's 6th chapter? One way or another, I fear we are hurtling toward that same inevitable conclusion. This is one thing I cannot allow, no matter the cost. Regardless, my time on Paradise Island is over. As we used to say, see you in the equation, my friend. To Augustine DeVries from Savannah Lockwood. Farewell. How can you say you never burdened me with what you've done? You may have never shared specifics with me, but that doesn't mean I didn't feel your suffering, Augustine. The invasion of Paradise Island is driving us all to new levels of despair, and your last message has me fearing it has pushed you to a place of madness. I'm begging you, forget that void-damned cereal and whatever it is you're planning, and please, please come see me before you do anything that cannot be undone. This ought to make you laugh. I am holed up in the old Order chapter of all places. Maybe because it reminds me of better days with you, me, and Victor. Mission logs.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters.
Day 153.
I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it, though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I?
Day 182.
I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
I've seen many colleagues lose themselves in an obsession.
Oh, yeah? And how many of those colleagues went and blew up a space station on account of it?
None.
Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
I didn't realize she had such a reputation.
We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us.
Must have been after my time. I don't remember hearing her name before Horizon Point.
Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figure my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
The Order?
Ain't cynical if it turns out true. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
Doesn't sound like you have a very high opinion of them.
Used to think they were good people trying to do right by their beliefs. But if they put the idea in DeVries' head to leave us for dead, it might be time I reassess that opinion. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
True.
If only DeVries had shared in our good judgment, huh? Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there.
It kind of has been our next point of order. We just haven't managed to do it yet. So, it seems that I've taken an awfully long time to do what I should have done right at the start. Now, weren't we supposed to meet with what's his name? We got a couple of vending machines, a commissary. The clinic, the saloon. There we go.
Why do you corporate folks do all the hard work instead of letting auto mechanicals do it?
Because we get paid to do it. We need the
Good
money
reason.
so we can buy things.
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait till tomorrow. It'll probably be worse.
That's the spirit.
I've been gone a while. How'd it go? Tell me you got good news.
Well, I sort of have good news.
Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in their right mind would... Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! I'm never getting that promotion.
You're a marketing genius, right?
This was supposed to be my easy path to a promotion. Must be something I can do to salvage this. Tell me, did you come across any other advanced protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily marketable?
Personal plasma thrusters?
Personal thrusters? No one would ever want such preposterous things. I'd be laughed out of recreant reclamation. Imagine, jumping about like a sprog. Ridiculous.
Well, it does
Well,
have its
here's
use.
all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. It's supposed to be categorically bad for commerce. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion, I'll see you're taken care of. Until then, take care.
You too? So what's this? Look up your own bounty. No bounty for Chuck. Well, that's good to know. Local bounties. Drone swarm. Swarm of anti-corporatist drones have been launched against Fairfield. Can't be reasoned with or persuaded, so we just gotta go destroy them. Sounds good.
These riffs got me off.
So that's not far.
Awful perturbed. Ain't reality hard enough without some nerve-wracking phenomenon punching holes in it?
I don't like these local maps. So take a left. So is it that? Might be. Yeah, probably. Guess they're on the other side of this rock formation. Maybe on top of this rock formation. Oh, right. The magic boots that he mocked. Why would I have to give you an order? Sorry. Did I do it? One more, huh? And looks like they took care of them. We got some ammo. That's always helpful. Some things I can sell.
Engaging hostile life
Another terminal. What is this? Need a lot of mag picks for that one. No, apparently it's one or the other. Glad I tried. Welcome, loyal subject. Please select an option. Drone operator log. Test combat flights 1 through 4. We've established a temporary base of operations as close to Fairfield as we deem possible without risking detection. We then began directing small clusters of drones to harass the enemy at random intervals. None of these could be considered major incursions, but we unquestionably garnered the ire of Ante's choice forces there. Note, mind that you handle them with great care, as they've been tuned for heightened hostility in accordance with their current task. An unintentional drop or fast movement could set them off. Or being attacked by us could set them off. And that might have been a shortcut for taking care of these guys. But you know, this way we got the combat experience, so it's all good. Okay, so we can go back and claim a reward whenever. I guess we might as well, because it seems to be the closest destination. What is this blue box we're headed toward? Oh. So once again, Mr. Genius, 10 days in, finally discovers that loot is marked on the map. At least in some situations. Brilliant. Am I where I think I am? Yeah.
Whoa, Val! Watch where you're pointing that shooter of yours. You've been pitching a little unevenly.
Since the fastball incident of '97, automechs are not permitted to participate in tossball games, leagues, or tournaments.
I mean, your aim's been off. Wouldn't want me or the good commander here catching any strays.
When attempting to capture a stray animal, approach slowly and quietly. If the animal senses danger, it may grow aggressive.
You know what? Forget I said anything. You're doing great.
Good plan. Oh, good grief. Turn in bounty. $270 XP. You have gained a bit decryption.
Whoever fixes this rift problem is definitely getting a whole side sweep.
Okay. So there's nothing to do locally. Nothing that's formulated as a quest, anyway. Yeah, confronting Savannah seems like a good idea.
Sweep with an
Go
Elysium
see what
view
she
and
has
head
to say
off
for
this town.
herself.
This paradigm of yours, or sovereign, or whatever, does it really provide everything you need?
Heard some trooper in second unit fell into one of the rifts.
Merciful law, what a horrible fate. You couldn't pay me enough
Have I
to
looted
patrol near
these?
those things. I mean, you could.
Yep, seems I have.
It'd be a lot.
Roads are for suckers. Kind of a cool looking house. So are we going to talk or are we going to shoot?
We're closed.
Don't care.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan.
Friend of Augustine, right?
Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
And how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
You'll have to excuse Niles. He's upset.
It is of no matter, regardless. I do not know where she is. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor.
Victor's the guy you accused her of conspiring with?
How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me.
Did she ramble on about the Sentinels versus the cult of corporatism?
Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That and the invasion itself set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again.
Again?
She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse.
And how did you two meet?
We became friends when she... Well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
Was she part of the Order?
We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing.
What was she doing at the box station?
What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it.
Is it true that the Order somehow helped Antes invade?
No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them.
Or the Order?
Just a religion driven by algorithms, maths, predictions of the future. They believe they will eventually solve the universal equation and know everything, rid humanity of uncertainty.
Do we want that? Seems like knowing her was unsettling.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
Did you ever see her again?
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me.
Was she there?
No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries' identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her.
I'll talk to her. I'll see what she says.
That's all I can ask.
Pinnacle pills. Praising the architect and honoring the equation, the Order of the Ascendant strives to continually demonstrate that the truth of the universe lies within the purest of mathematics, the universal equation, a perfect mathematical expression that generates all of existence. Through its flawless calculation, all things are possible. As our knowledge of the equation grows, we asymptotically approach the ideal state of ascendancy, where we shall become one with the universe, or know the mind of the architect, if you will. Was the architect a being? Not in the sense that you and I are, but that is of no matter, literally and figuratively. Like the terms of a formula, the architect is an abstraction of the mathematically perfect yet unknown energies that spawn the universe. We honor the 0 point of the grand plan with that name, as well as label the omega point of the equation with the same boundary expression. So let us give thanks to the architect for our part in the perfection of the grand plan, be it as an enlightened mathematician or simply a programmer of manual labor automechanicals. Honor the equation and architect with every action, no matter how mundane such action may feel, for every action is a step toward the eventual realization of the equation. You don't mind if I take all your stuff, do you? I won't take your dinner. All sorts of great loot here. Oh, even a trauma kit. Wonderful. Anything else? I think we've got it all. Okay, so what do we know and what do we need to do? So, it looks like all roads are pointing across that bridge. Well, yeah, I can talk to Charlton, but that's becoming tiresome. I guess we'll make another effort to get across that bridge. That it straight ahead, yep. Have I leveled up? I've made some progress on my objectives, but I have not yet leveled up. Certain quests require skills I don't yet have.
An alarming amount of fluids, Commander.
So it looks like, whoa! I wonder if they laid a new minefield. What's up with our pals here? Any news?
Anyone got lamps on Schultz? Anyone? Void be damned. Sallying into the wire like that with nary a wish in her pocket? What was she thinking? Did I not make clear our orders to hold the line here regardless of provocation? Should my instructions have been more robust? Perhaps assisted by pictures?
I'm afraid there's more bad news, Commander. She also took Scrabbles, sir.
Would that he'd done her more good. Seems Calamity has claimed 2 good soldiers today. You there. I don't normally sanction nameless passers-by giving ear to my private discourse.
With the Earth Directorate.
That right. Earth Directorate. Not many would claim such affiliation these days. None from Arcadia have the knowledge to lie about it. What's your business at the Vox?
Hunting a fugitive.
Sounds serious. Were it in my power to offer aid, you'd have it. Alas. Whatever your purpose, I feel a contractual obligation to warn you against setting a heel past this base. If you go any further, you go alone and at your own peril. No Anti's forces are permitted beyond the forward position upon pain of disemployment and possible litigation. Our orders are to sit and mind the store for as long as need be.
Any advice how I could do it?
Foremost, I'd advise seeking a stealthier means of crossing the bridge. A direct approach is likely to repercuss in a hanging cage and a slow death, courtesy of that there warden. Our initial reconnaissance of the bridge indicated a breach in the western wall that could get you inside, though that was months ago. The intel could be outdated now. Schematics we managed to acquire also list an access tunnel on the eastern wall, but be wary of mines between here and there. The wire is full of unexploded ordnance.
Yes, I discovered some of those. So what about that soldier?
First Officer Schultz's decision to enter the minefield was not sanctioned, approved, or encouraged. Frankly, I have no idea why she defied orders. Schultz was a good soldier, admirable sense of duty, less than optimal eyesight. Her loss will be felt in this unit. If only she had recognized the merits of our post. By steadfastly holding the line here, we forestall any retribution the Protectorate would seek to inflict upon Fairfield. And we will continue said watch until orders change.
Bad news about your reinforcements.
Calamity digs its claws in deeper. Thank you for notifying me of their demise. I'll send a car for replacements, and pray we do not suffer another attack before then.
So who is this Scrabbles person?
I'd thank you to affix some ballast to that name when you speak it. Scrabbles has been integral to this unit's success for years. Outsiders may see him as a toy, but we've bled alongside that stuffed sprat. He's damn near family. Schultz obviously knew the risks and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield. Alas, even Scrabble's power has limits. Still would help morale to get him back, though.
I happen to have him.
I'll be spaced. Scrabbles! And hardly the worse for wear! You've no grasp of what his return means to this unit. Scrabbles was originally a gift from my daughter. He fought with us during the Consolidation War, and has seen this squad through every hard deployment since leaving Tau Ceti. He's also packed with some of the finest grade stimulants this side of legal. Here, for your trouble. Livener like that comes in handy when you're in a pinch.
The Protectorate at the bridge won't stand a chance.
While we appreciate you returning Scrabbles, you'll not provoke me into a course of unwise action if that's your aim.
Okay then. I'll talk to you later.
I will take action when action is appropriate.
Yes, you mentioned
and
that.
I'd suggest you modulate your tone more appropriately the next time we speak.
Okay. Well... Messages. To Commander Torres, subject condition update. I understand your concern for your troopers, Commander, but pestering me for updates on their condition only delays my work. Treatment takes time. Unfairly or not, the bullet of moment often requires months of repair. I can only operate as quickly as the body can heal, and with respect, I am rather too short-staffed to be stepping away every hour to massage your nerves with empty platitudes. Rest assured, when I have an update, I will share it. Dr. Barnes. From Commander Torres, permission to advance. Babylon, I must once more impress upon you my emphatic opposition to this mystifying Circes. Just today, several of my able bodies were injured repelling yet another Protectorate sortie. This base is now at a third of its prior manpower. A third! Further diminishments are bound to happen the longer we are forced to squat on the enemy's doorstep. You know me, Babylon. I cannot abide idling while the enemy plots. Although my previous petitions have met sound refusal, I hope you will give this third appeal more consideration. Permit me and my troops to assault the bridge, and I will deliver the rest of the island to you within a fortnight. That is a guarantee you can take to Auntie herself. So, there are other ways to get across the bridge. Oh. Silence machine pistol. Be this one. I have a decent amount of ammo for that. Short rounds. Have some ammo for that. Nice. Okay. So... can we clear this minefield? Or at least make it a bit less intimidating.
Mass quantities of organic decomposition detected. Area may be hazardous to living life forms. Proceed with caution.
Yes, I can understand that it would be. Not the best of health, actually. So I did clear these. Most of them, anyway. This was the soldier that had the doll. So, apparently there are secret entrances on both sides. Or potential entrances, anyway. This gets me closer. But looks like I'm going to have to go around this way. I don't know if that's going to help us or not. My brilliant stealth mission. Well, it's not my brilliant stealth mission. It's that commander's mission. I just don't have orders not to try it. So where are we at about this time? We seem pretty much right where we typically would be. But maybe... Oh. It doesn't look like that holds up very long. Okay. Somebody else feel. Oh, that's really bad.
Bet we can sneak in there. Want to give it a try, Commander?
That's why we're here. The question is where exactly? You mean in here? Well, I suppose this probably would have failed had we not gotten that fancy device. Really? Nobody sees me. I hear footsteps. Oh, Niles' footsteps. Okay. There's Protectorate troopers. And there's a reconnaissance, a Protectorate rectifier.
Hostile detected ahead. Recommended course of action. Violence.
Violence. Well, so much for our stealth mission. Whoops, sorry.
Danger. We know what you needed to stretch.
I am trespassing. Well... Oh. Not in good health at all. Oop. Uh-oh. Okay. So I'm going to need another weapon here. We are out of compact rounds. That would be this one, I suppose. So we can't grab a weapon that uses those. Short rounds. We have only 9. That also uses short rounds. Well, we have our biomass pistol. We're in decent shape for that. Well, somewhat decent shape. We don't really have a lot of anything, unfortunately. Tossing those can't be good for the environment.
Happy to assist in crafting more ammo.
Wonderful. Get a lot more done when you establish some enemies. Machine gun.
Our enemies are always gunning for our Saturday goal.
What can I do? I'm just a pipsqueak enthusiast, not a muscled atlas. A hydration specialist at best. A fit for the field, eager to rise from the side.
So I leveled up. Which gives me 3 points to spend. But I can't do anything for engineering because these are lower. And unfortunately, I've got 4 of them that are lower. So I can level up one of them next time and then actually level up what I want to level up. Okay, so science, hacking, leadership. I think we're going to go with hacking and science or speech. Leadership increases companion damage and health. Science gives me gadget energy. We'll go with science, I guess. So next time we'll raise leadership. And then we can actually do whatever we want to do for a level. Okay. All right. No perks. All right. So what do we... So we're actually not technically across the bridge. We've just caused all sorts of trouble at the bridge. And we're not alone. Good, got some crude biomass. I'm sure I'll have to do something to that in order to convert it to the kind that I can pour into this gun. Security turret. So can I disable this? Like I can. Oh, but that drew attention to us. So that may not have been a good idea.
Probably crawled up somewhere to die.
That's what I did. Thank you. Guns and ammo, always welcome. Wonderful. That everybody?
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Is there heat around here?
You'll know you were in a fight. Never more content. Never more content. Never more content. Never more content.
Sequencing objectives.
Might be the place out smoking around, bro. Probably my most preferred.
Well, isn't that great? You died while content. And we control the battlefield, it seems. What does this do? Lowers the bridge. Okay. Is that a good thing? All right, what's going on here? Messages. To Warden Weintraut, subject, a message of invigoration. From Consul Emery Thoreau. To all patriots of Paradise Island, firstly, on behalf of the Sovereign, I commend you for steadfastly holding your position against our enemy's barbarous onslaught. While we celebrate the repelled attack of the Bridge of the Revenant, we must also think about the strategic losses of Fairfield and Westport. Thanks to the needed sacrifices of those patriot subjects, we have shored up defenses of the Vox relay and prepared tirelessly for our future advancement. Use this current calm to bolster yourselves for the orders yet to come. Think of your duties and celebrate your loyalty to the Protectorate. For when we strike, we shall prevail. In the name of the Matriarch, Counsel Emery Thoreau. Subject, cleaning house. Devout Warden. Too long have our ranks been sullied by the impious and the weak. If we are to win the war, we must keep our house in order. I've discovered many wrongdoers within the Vox, they and their close associates, and have all been strung up as an example to others. It is imperative you do the same in kind. If sickness is not culled from your ranks, it will spread and lead us to ruin. Remember, a warden's duty is to preserve the Pterodine. Now act upon it. Brigadier Montelli. Private logs. Do not proceed if you are not Senior Warden Weintraut. One too many problems. The enemy base over the hill leaves me restless. I hear their comings and goings day in and day out, and all I can think of is how one well-placed strike would put an end to our hypervigilance. But alas, my hands are tied. I see the strain it has on my soldiers, knowing these very walls around the bridge are but a crumbling cage. But what can we do, save remind them of our paradigm? Sovereign knows that I will protect the land until my last breath, but does Montelli? Should anything make him doubt, I can only fear what it may mean for all of us. The day after. For a horde of corporatist barbarians, Auntie's choice soldiers were clever. They didn't need the strength of their convictions to wound our flank. They only needed a raft full of explosives and a few unpatriotic hands to nudge it across the moat. We held our ground and drained the moat to keep Auntie at bay, but I must admit to feeling haunted by our losses. Automechs obliterated, good soldiers separated from good limbs, our proud fortifications humbled. What do we have to show for it but the taint of Zeranium in the air? Though we stand unbroken, we stumbled, and each of us knows it. Auntie didn't just blow a hole in our defenses, she drove a crack in our resolve. When something looks like stairs. Uh-huh. Anything worth seeing? So I got the satisfaction of coming over here, but really didn't gain anything. I guess that's the bridge that I need to lower. Because otherwise there's no way over there. So lowering the bridge is a good thing. That would be this control. There we go. Excellent. So I guess we will be met with other hostiles on the other side of this bridge, especially since there's that thing, which is probably our ultimate destination. And now it's time to be a fast talker.